Hello everyone, it's Nady, and today we'll be testing out the new Rare Beauty eyeshadow palettes. As you beautiful people know, this is about the products, not the people behind them. Any tiff you may have with them, please cast it away because this is a channel of positive energy, okay? Thank you. Oh, my fabulous little first Cynthias, how you doing today? I hope wherever you're at in the world, you're making the most out of your day and having a great one. I myself am having a really good day. I got a couple more samples for my highlighters. I think we're just waiting on one now. Oh my god. Other than that, it's really fucking cold outside and it's slowly eating away at my soul. But otherwise, life is great. No, but really, I can't complain, and I'm actually really excited to test these out. I was gonna split them up into 2 reviews and do one for each palette, but I really don't feel like doing that, so I think we're gonna do 1 palette per eye. I'm probably gonna end up listing these on Poshmark afterwards, so keep your eye out for that. Before we dive into this, let me go to the C4How website and check these out because truthfully, I don't know what these look like. I mean, I know I ordered them, but I was probably under some kind of influence and just put them in my cart and ran. Oh, these are actually really fucking cute. I think I'm more excited to test these out than I was for pretty much the rest of her other collection. I know there's some die-hard Selena fans out there, but really for me, this isn't about the people behind it, and so I really wasn't sucking anybody's titties for my review. I didn't love the first launch. There were a couple decent products in there, but overall, I just felt like it was overhyped. However, these I could honestly fuck with. Let's quick look at the reviews, starting with this green palette. This has 4.3 out of 5 stars, and it retails for $25. I mean, how much is that per shadow? I think this is a little over like $4 per shadow, which is kind of on par with brands like Makeup Geek. Not saying the quality is the same or at all similar, but you can kind of just price it out based on that. The lowest review, which is currently a 2-star, says, "Nope, I read the reviews here, but failed to realize that they were all new product reviews that are usually put in place by giving the product away." That is a very common thing on Sephora, and it's very common for them to delete negative reviews. Oh my god, my cat is like screaming. If she doesn't eat every 30 minutes, the bitch gripes up and down the stairs. I wonder who she gets that from. This person's swatches don't look the same as in the other reviews where they got it for free. This other person likes it, but it's really not their favorite. Let's go into the higher reviews. They say, "This is pretty, but be aware it was tiny and all shimmers." Is this really all shimmers? Oh my god, they really are all shimmers. I'm sorry, but shimmers are honestly a dime a dozen. Unless it's like some super unique chameleon multi-chrome that just is out of this universe, I don't want to pay for a whole palette of shimmers. But the 5-star reviews here do say that the palette is pretty, it's stunning, but a lot of people also did get this for free. Okay, let's look at the other palette. Oh fuck me, that was definitely for the more purpley palette. I apologize. Now onto the actual green palette. This has all 5 stars. It does only have a couple reviews, but still we can read what they say. I'm obsessed. The shimmers beat Natasha Denona and Pat McGrath. Ooh, we might have to test that. They blend very easily and the colors are unique. You have to buy it. Believe me, you won't regret it. Fantastic palette. I'm so glad I purchased. Very smooth and buttery. Okay, you know what? Even though some of these reviews may have not been fully truthful, I'm still really excited to try these out. Let's open these up, starting with the actual green palette, I believe. Oh my god, that packaging is fucking gorgeous. It'll probably be too blown out to really see it, but oh damn. One thing that I will give kudos to this brand is that their packaging is quite attractive. Like even with the first launch, I thought they were really, really pretty. The rest of it is just painted plastic. It kind of looks like metal, and let's open this up. Ooh, quite lovely. It's very visually pleasing, but I don't really know that this is worth $25. It kind of reminds me of those little e.l.f. quads. I think they were quads. Hold on, actually I have them right here. And this to me is similar-ish to the e.l.f. palette. Like, meh. I don't have that beautiful turquoise in any of these, but I mean, this is very, very pretty. Also, when I show you similar dupes, I'm not comparing the quality, I'm just comparing colors. People got hella upset when I held up a Morphe palette next to the Pat McGrath palette. I promise you, I was not comparing quality or even brands. I'm just trying to show you similar colors. I did not mean any disrespect. I apologize. We all know Pat McGrath is Mother Queen. And who knows, these really might be amazing quality, way better than e.l.f. They might be on par. I just want to show similar color options for people who can't afford a $120 palette, a $75 palette, or even a $25 palette. It's not meant to shade, I'm just showing you shades. Oh, let's move on to this one. Honestly, I've already forgotten what this one looked like, even though I just saw the pictures. Oh, yes, bitch. We have some purples. Oh my god. This is very, very pretty. Although I do feel as though we just saw this shadow somewhere. Where did I see that? I don't know. It looks familiar, but still it is very aesthetically pleasing. But I don't know that this is worth $25. I mean, a lot of people do already have a shit ton of mattes that this could go with, but also a lot of people have a shit ton of shimmers. But to me, when a brand can master a good matte formula, that's when you know they're going places. And so I'm still not fully sold on this brand yet, but like, it's their brand, so they can do whatever the fuck they want. But I just want like a little bit more, like even a full matte palette and a full shimmer palette, because then people are gonna buy both of them. Like, that to me is just smart marketing, because if I were just like a normal ass customer not reviewing these palettes, I don't know that I would be happy with this purchase. But maybe I'll end up eating my words. The formulas could be absolutely amazing and be completely worth it. In fact, I really fucking hope they are. I mean, a lot of people seem to like them. So let's go ahead and swatch and do a look with these bitches. Y'all know the song. Are you ready? It's swatching time. Okay, so I was able to fit both palettes on my arm. The purple palette I really, really like, but the green palette, interestingly enough, it's kind of splotchy. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but like all of these shadows right here are really, really weird. And swatches really don't mean shit. Like, they could perform amazingly when applied to the eyes, but I've never ever seen a splotchy shimmer before, like this one, that one, and that one. But can we take a moment to get on our knees for this turquoise? Oh my god, that is stunning. I do think though that the lasting power of these might probably be a bit different than normal shimmers, because these just feel as though they're adhered to my skin even without a primer. I'm just really concerned about the patchiness, but who knows why that is. Let me try swatching these same colors on my other hand and see if I get the same results. Okay, once again, it's sploochy. Maybe these just need a primer and probably not to go on a greasy palm. I wouldn't necessarily go as far as saying that these are comparable to Pat McGrath or Natasha Denona, but they do seem pretty good, so I'm still really pumped to try these in a look. To prime my face, I'm gonna go in with the No Problem Prime Essence. And then for foundation, today I kind of feel like going in with the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. It's been a while since I've tried this. I forgot that it smells like a can of spray paint, but damn, this shit looks good. Wow. I know this isn't like the foundation review, and I know I've tried this foundation before, but it's been a long time since I've had one that actually looked this good on my skin. What the fuck? God, my face looks smoother than a damn butt plug. Well then, for Consquealer, I'm gonna try some Hourglass. Fuck, this is, I think, darker than my foundation. Shit. So to just lighten that up, I'm gonna dab on some Shippy Tippy. Don't think I've used this as an actual under eye concealer in so long. Hopefully this doesn't look fucking ridiculous, but would anybody be surprised if it did? I wouldn't be. Actually, all of this together looks really good. What the hell? We'll just give everything a little bit of a set with some translucent powder. And to prime the eyes, I'm going in with a Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas. Oh, and this is nice. It's got a cute little mirror on there. I didn't even notice that. But I'm kind of regretting reviewing both of these palettes at once because there's so many different options that you could do with both. But let's start with the turquoisey kind of greenish palette first. And I'm gonna dip into this Makeup Geek palette, into this beautiful kind of corally salmon orangey shade. And I'm gonna place that all along the crease line, back and forth. Oh god, that's a lot darker than I thought it'd be. Oh, but so pretty. Oh, and I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna dip into this brown with that same brush, and I'm gonna place it right here on the outer corner because sometimes these shimmers do kind of blend out to be a little bit matte, or at least on the satiny side. Ooh, that's actually really pretty. It does still have a lot of the shimmer left, but it's not as dramatic as like applying it with a finger. I did go in with the same brush, so there might even still be some of that matte left on there from that, but that does make me think that maybe you could create an entire look with this palette and totally bypass a matte. But then again, if you do have like lower hooded eyes, you might not want to put a shimmer right on the outer corner. But with those two, I think it looks great. I think I'm actually gonna dip into this orangey one as well and kind of place it right there on the lid and stipple that on. Ooh, that's really pretty too. There is a little bit of fallout because it's a shimmer with a fluffy brush, and those two things don't really get along. It's like talking about politics at the dinner table with your racist grandma. It's just not the best idea. In conjunction with that Makeup Geek shadow, I think this is really, really pretty. Like, even just this alone, you could be set for the day. You don't even need any of these other colors, but you have the option. I kind of want to see what this green would look like, so I'm going to take it on a clean brush and start placing it right towards the center of the eye. Ooh, that's a very, very pretty, vibrant pop. Quite nice. Oh, I love that. And without like falling all over my face, it actually spreads out and blends very, very easily. And this is a brush that is on the fluffier side, but still it's holding into place. This is actually kind of marvelous. Dip into that gold too. Let's see if we can pack on every fucking color in this palette. All right, so with that, I'm gonna bring it more towards the inner eye, which I think I'm also gonna cover up with that turquoise eventually, but I just wanna see how they work with each other and how they lay down on the eyes. Normally I wouldn't go in with this many fucking shadows, but even with a bunch of them, they really don't look that bad. Like, they're not terribly patchy. They are a little bit here and there, but if you keep kind of packing it on, it really does create a beautiful look. And just like this was so easy. You could even take the shimmer a little bit higher and probably do like a faux cut crease. I was planning on like actually cutting the crease today, but I don't think I need to. These are that creamy. So now to cover up what I pretty much just laid down, I'm gonna dip into this turquoise with my finger. Oh, that is heaven. It's what I picture the inside of like Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy to look like. Oh, even with those other colors that I laid down, this is blending with them so exquisitely. It's mixing with that kind of greenish shade and creating something new altogether. I actually think that you could probably do something with this shade similar to what I did with the others, where you like apply it and blend it out and maybe it'll become a little bit of a matte. But the fallout on this one is very, very real. Hopefully it's not gonna stain. Damn, that is stunning. I'm gonna take some more of this like pea soup gold and start in the middle and tap it towards the outside and just work the blue and the gold together back and forth. Oh, fuck. That's really, really pretty, y'all. I was kind of very fucking skeptical when I started this because like, who the fuck wants a pure shimmer palette? And I was very doubtful that these would be anything like the Pat McGrath or Natasha Denona shimmers, but honestly, these are. Like, they are very, very good quality. To kind of deepen up the outer corner, I'm gonna take that first fluffy brush that we used, dip back into this beautiful bronzy shade and blend it right about here. Yes, queen. Okay, so the color combination to me isn't the prettiest. I probably could have made a few better choices, but the fact that this look is made up of almost entirely shimmers is crazy, because to me, it really doesn't look like that. Hey, let me see if I can dust away everything that fell off, and very, very easily, like nothing stained under there. I didn't even need to put a fucking powder down, except that fallout underneath the eye right there, totally stained, but I think I'm gonna use that blue underneath there, so it's fine. But do know that if you're gonna use this, you might wanna do your face afterwards or put some powder down. But I'm gonna take a little bit more of that blue on a clean fluffy brush and apply some to the eye and then blend it right underneath the lower lash line, or at least attempt to. Oh, that's really pretty. Again, there is a fuck ton of fallout with this, but if it just dusts away, who cares? And then I'm gonna take some of this greenish, goldish, silvery topper and I'm gonna place that right in the center of the eye and towards the inner eye. Oh, fuck, that's making it like green. That's so pretty. I'm also gonna take some and highlight the inner corner of the eye right there. All right, so I will finish this eye up later. Let's ignore it for now and move on to the other eye. And after seeing that we could use those other shimmers kind of like mattes, I might go into this without using a matte. So let's first dip into this kind of sherbety color. And with that, I'm gonna place that on the outer corner and then start working it up the crease line. Ooh, that is so pretty. And it really does blend out extremely effortlessly if you choose to do it this way. And there really isn't like a shimmery sheen to it. It's like the shimmer just dusts away and you're left with a really pretty matte. Like there, that's so pretty. No one would ever know that's a shimmer. Now I kind of want to dip into this burgundy and I'm going to take it with a pencil brush. I'm going to take it right here on the inner corner and kind of work it around. Oh, that's stunning. It totally does start off as a really, really poppin' shimmer, but then the more that you work it around, it's just like the shimmer melts and you're left with a satin shade. And those two colors really complement each other. Like, even though the colors in these palettes are so different, they go together very well. I'm just gonna take one more little bloopy of it right here, and I'm really only taking it like halfway or maybe a third of the way in. Then I'm gonna dip into this deeper purple and take it about halfway out. So we'll start with that right about here. I'm gonna stipple it on and then work it around. Damn, even though these are shimmers, they do blend out way easier than most mattes. Once again, we do have Fallout City over here. Let me see if it dusts away as easily as the other shit did. Oh, son of a whore, that looks great. I'm really intrigued by this lash shadow right here, so I think I'm gonna take that on my finger and just kind of tap it onto the inner half of the eye and see what we're left with. Oh, hello. That's quite pretty. Then to highlight, I'm gonna go in with this beautiful, like, creamy color. It might even have a pinkish undertone. I can't quite tell, but I'm gonna place it right there. Oh, that's nice. Eh, what the fuck? Let's put some right there, too. Why not smear it all over my fucking face? Then for the lower lash, I'm gonna start with that salmony orange and just work that around. And then I'm gonna go in with that burgundy shade right up against the lashes and finish up with that purple. The one thing that I am noticing is that these really do need to stick to a good ass primer, because I did miss putting primer on right up close to my lashes and it is bald as fuck. Like nothing will lay down there, and so it makes me wonder if these are really good or if the primer was really good. And then just to say I used it, I'm gonna very, very lightly dip into this deeper shade and place it right here on the outer corner. I think that shadow though is probably my least favorite. Like it doesn't seem to tie in quite as good as the other shadows tie in with each other. To me, it kind of doesn't make very much sense because it's just like black with a gold undertone, and I feel like there could have been something a little bit better there. But once again, pretty much all of the fallout does dust away, but I am starting to notice that in certain spots, the shimmer's kind of coming up right in this corner. Nothing is there for some reason. See, but in the camera, I think it does look okay, but in person, it's kind of weird. It's not terrible though, but let me go ahead and finish up my look off camera. I'm gonna wear this for a little bit, and I will see you in just a second. All right, you sexy bitches, here we are with both final looks. I have had this on for a few hours now, and I actually ended up covering up that bald patch with eyeliner. So in the end, it kind of worked out, but nothing seems to have faded. There's no more fallout underneath my eyes. It still looks the same. All right, so honesty time. I kind of fucking love these palettes. I was a little bit bummed because I thought no matter how you use this palette, you're going to have to go in with another one, but you actually don't. Like, you can create entire looks with just these palettes. I love the quality of these shimmers. I love the packaging. I like that each shimmer you can blend it out to kind of mimic a satiny matte. And I like that you have the option to pack them on. And even though there is a little bit of fallout, it's easily dusted away. At least for the most part. I don't feel like any fallout that was under there really ruined my look. I'm surprisingly and pleasantly impressed. So, do I recommend these palettes? If you like the colors that are inside of them, definitely. Do I think they're worth the price? At first, this hoe was not on board, but oh my god, yes, honey, I want to ride these into the sunset. And they're very comfortable on the eyes. Like, I packed all of the shades onto my eyes and they're not heavy. It doesn't really feel like I'm wearing anything except lashes. There's no fallout going everywhere when I blink, or more importantly, going into my eyeballs. I really like these legs so much better than anything from the first launch. So yay, please comment down below if you've tried these. Did you love them? Did you hate them? Why? And thank you so much for being here. I love having you. Any fucking who, there you go. And while I still have you, if you'd like to start joining me on lives, which I will start doing again, I did create a channel called Publix Live. I'll link it to you down below. And if you'd like to support me and my channel a little bit more, please feel free to join us on Patreon. It's patreon.com/Poplux. There you get videos a day early, you get Patreon only content, plus best part, it is cheap, fun, and fancy just like me. And like always, please be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell down below so that you're notified anytime I upload a new video. Don't forget my newest collection of highlighters, including Black Ice, which does change from black to white, is available at thepoplux.com. Also, my latest album, Kiss of Fame, is available everywhere online that music is sold. Thank you so much to everyone who's supporting them. Comment down below, let me know what you thought of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter at OfficialNady, and you can follow me online at thepoplux.com. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you again soon. Bye!